Welcome to Basset Hound Care and Training Tips from www.trainpetdog.com. How to stop your Basset Hound from tracking smaller animals. The Basset Hound is a small dog from the hound family, originally bred in France for hunting purposes. Its name came from the French word basse, meaning low, with the suffix it. Together, these terms mean rather low. Basset Hound is known for its barrel-shaped body, short and stocky legs, a large and broad head, long pendulant ears, and a coat that is usually bicolor or tricolor. Basset Hounds stand no more than 14 inches at the shoulder. Adult males weigh from 50 to 60 pounds, while females weigh between 45 and 60 pounds. Basset Hounds are known to be mild-mannered and loyal dogs. This breed makes an excellent family dog. The Basset Hound was originally bred to accompany hunters who needed a hunting dog they could follow on foot. Like all hound dogs, the Basset Hound has a sharp sense of smell and excellent tracking instinct. Basset Hounds are good at smelling and tracking small animals such as squirrel, rat, and mouse. While these qualities are very useful for hunting games, they can prove to be an issue to owners who adopt Basset Hounds as a family pet only. Certain breeds of dogs, including Basset Hound, have much stronger prey drive to be good hunting dogs. Tracking small animals is in its genes, so removing its prey drive is almost impossible. The best way to stop your Basset Hound from tracking small animals is to orient it towards you. This can be achieved by teaching your Basset Hound the focus and leave it exercises. Hold a treat in your hand and make a whistling sound with your mouth. Place the treat at your eye level. When your Basset Hound looks at you, give it the treat. Make sure you give it the treat the second it looks at you. Do this exercise for 10 minutes until your Basset learns it. Take your Basset Hound across the room. Make the whistling sound to grab its attention. When your Basset runs to you and looks at you in the eyes, reward it with a treat. This exercise will teach your dog to focus on you when it is around smaller animals. Place a cage with a rat or hamster at a safe distance from your Basset Hound. You can muzzle your Basset at first if you cannot trust it even with the hamster caged. Make the whistling sound with your mouth, and if your dog looks at you in the eyes, give it the treat. If your Basset is too aroused to focus on you, then work it farther away from the caged critter. Practice the focus exercise for a few days, gradually taking your Basset Hound closer and closer to the caged hamster or rat. Put your dog on the leash when it is near the cage. When it gets too near to the cage, tug the leash and say, "Leave it," firmly. Make the whistling sound with your mouth. As soon as it looks at you, reward it with lots of tasty treats and belly scratches. This teaches your Basset that you are more entertaining than other animals. After your Basset learns the focus and leave it exercises, it is now time to orient it to small animals outside the cage. Get a squeaky toy that resembles a rat or hamster and attach it to a stick with a string. Have someone move the toy around the room. Exercise on the leave it command, followed by the focus exercise. Always praise and reward your Basset Hound every time it listens to the leave it command. Leave the squeaky toy in the middle of the room and step back a little. When your Basset Hound gets close to the toy, say, "Leave it," firmly, and make some whistling noise from across the room. You can also hide the toy somewhere in the room and watch your Basset secretly. The second it sneaks to the toy, say the "Leave it" command and make the whistling sound. If your Basset comes to you, reward it with lots of tasty treats and belly scratches. This will teach your dog not to track small animals even when you are not around. If your Basset already does well with the toy animal, it is your decision when to expose it to the real thing. When you do, keep your dog muzzled and leashed. You can practice the focus and leave it exercises when you walk your dog in the park. If your Basset does not listen, wriggle a treat in front of its nose and drop it on the ground. Your Basset would then prefer the accessible treat over the prey, which it still must catch. It is very possible to teach your Basset Hound to focus on you instead of tracking smaller animals. However, it is critical never to leave your Basset unsupervised with other critters or animals. While it can learn the focus and leave it commands, never trust your Basset Hound around any small animals. Thank you for watching How to Stop Your Basset Hound from Tracking Smaller Animals. To know more about caring for your Basset Hound, please visit the link below.